And now we get word from the coach that Angel Reese is going to have a modified role.
Did you see the drama going down with Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky? Coach Tyler Marsh just shook things up, shifting the spotlight to Camila Cardoso and pushing Angel right out of her comfort zone, straight to the sidelines.
New head coach Tyler Marsh is busy installing a different vision for Chicago's offense. The Sky plan to use second-year power forward Angel Reese much differently than how she was deployed in her rookie season.
And just like that, the Sky's pecking order got flipped on its head. So long to that double-double streak. Ree fans aren't just upset, they're in full-blown revolt online, calling this a setup to erase Angel's rebounding legacy before it even begins in the W. Is this the end of Ree's rise? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into it.
Angel Reese preseason part 2. Let's get it. What they say about layups, harder than nuclear physics. Bang! She's a point forward now, and nobody's more excited than opposing defenses. Time for the vintage underhand scoopity shot from 3 feet. Yep, there it is. Bang!
And here's where it gets spicy. Angel Reese hasn't been spotted at training camp since the news broke. The queen of stat padding is suddenly being pushed to evolve her game, taking mid-range jumpers despite shooting just 39.1% from the field. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't a slow evolution. It feels like someone just flipped the channel on her entire career. So, is this the Sky making smart basketball moves, or a quiet campaign to bury Angel's brand?
The Chicago Sky's offense will no longer run through Kennedy Carter. Carter averaged 17.4 points per game in 2024, leading the Sky in scoring. Interesting. It should lead straight through, I believe she's what, 6'6"? Camila Cardoso down in the paint. That's who it should lead through. That's who it better lead through.
The news dropped just days before the Chicago Sky were set to face off against none other than Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And Coach Marsh? He didn't just adjust the lineups. He rewrote the entire blueprint. Angel Reese's role hasn't just been tweaked. It's become almost unrecognizable. Fans are watching in disbelief as one of the WNBA's most polarizing players is being forced into a brand new box before the season even tips off.
It sounds like they're going to pull her out further from the basket, and I wonder how her fans are going to feel about that. If she's further away from the basket, that doesn't mean there's going to be a lot of, or as many, I would believe, offensive rebound opportunities for one Angel Reese.
Let's rewind. Angel built her entire identity around grabbing rebounds like it was personal. From LSU to the W, her double-double dominance wasn't just consistent, it became her brand. She made headlines, drove jersey sales, and owned the paint. Remember that second pro game when she pulled down 19 boards against Indiana? That performance went viral and stamped her as a rebounding phenom.
If she's not as close to the basket on offense, which she shouldn't, it should clear out the paint and underneath the basket for Camila to be able to rebound. And we know she can hit layups. We've seen them. We've seen them over and over. I've seen plenty of videos.
But just when she thought she had her lane locked down, the Sky asked her to pivot. Literally. They want her stepping away from the basket and taking mid-range shots. That's like asking Shaq to live at the three-point line. The very space she dominated in the paint is now being reassigned. And Angel's left figuring out how to adjust, if she even wants to. And here's the technical snag. Her shot release is slow and clunky. This isn't a seamless transition. It's a square peg trying to fit in a round hoop, with the shot clock ticking.
Chicago Sky want her to take mid-range jumpers. Okay. However, Marsh wants her to add more versatility to her shot selection by hitting mid-range jumpers 10 to 15 feet from the basket. She's working on being able to shoot off dribble, and when the play call is for a catch and shoot. Yeah, but what does that mean? Because she's... look, we've all seen videos of her practicing. She's got a very, very slow as SERP release out there. So that should be interesting against anybody that's got any kind of a wingspan.
Let's not sugarcoat it. Reese's shooting efficiency is, well, inefficient, sitting at just 39.1% from the field, and most of those shots are coming near the rim. That's not just below average. It's a blinking red flag. Instead of doubling down on her strengths, the coaching staff is asking her to build an entirely new skill set. But here's the twist. While Ree is being pushed out of the paint, Cardoso is being handed the keys to it.
And they want her to shoot more mid-range. This should be very, very interesting.
Yes, Camila Cardoso, the Brazilian sensation, is now holding court under the glass, right where Angel used to dominate. The very position that helped Angel build her brand and amass a massive social following. It's now someone else's home. And the optics, they're rough. Camila's rise feels almost too perfectly timed, like a marketing campaign launched with a PR bow on top.
And I think Angel's really good. I think she's really good. And I just think the team would be better if, you know, they anchored their defense around the elite defensive player and kind of ran their offense, maybe not through Camila because she's not going to pass it, but run their offense to the elite finisher.
Angel's absence from training camp speaks volumes. Most pros see a new role as a growth opportunity, a chance to expand their game. But Angel, she's treating it like a betrayal. She's vanished, silent, possibly sulking, or maybe strategizing. Either way, the message she's sending isn't about team unity or adaptability. It's about resistance.
Per Julie Poe of the Chicago Sun-Times, Reese has yet to post up at training camp as she learns the new role for the offense. Oh, this should be very interesting. Quote, for Reese, that means adapting to a modified role that will tap into her full potential as a stretch four.
Let's be brutally honest. This isn't about Angel abandoning her strengths. It's about her refusing to evolve. In today's league, developing a reliable shot isn't optional. It's the bare minimum. But she's digging in her heels. The Sky aren't sabotaging her. They're adjusting to the modern game. A forward can't just rebound anymore. You've got to stretch the floor, create offense, and move the ball. Right now, Angel's game is one note: rebound, put back, repeat. And when that script gets flipped, she struggles to improvise.
McDonald's sponsoring the first ever fry cook in the WNBA. Bag work is off the dollar menu, man. What is this junk? Bang! Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And most importantly, Mother Teresa, Mother Nature, and Mother 2. I'm watching because of me too. Bang! Did you know a croissant's most important ingredient is butter? Yes, butter. Butter. Butter pecan. Bang!
The real conversation isn't about whether the coach made a bad call. It's about whether Angel Reese ever had the tools to evolve into something more. Her role change isn't a personal vendetta. It's a basketball decision, and a necessary one at that. Modern WNBA offenses demand forwards who can shoot and space the floor. If you can't keep up, the game moves on without you.
If she's not as close to the basket on offense, which she shouldn't, it should clear out the paint and underneath the basket for Camila to be able to rebound. And we know she can hit layups. We've seen them. We've seen them over and over. I've seen plenty of videos of her hitting plenty of layups. That could be better for the offense.
And speaking of timing, let's talk about the optics around Camila Cardoso. Just days after making headlines with her national team, she's suddenly the Sky's new centerpiece. That's no coincidence. Camila has the size, finesse, and global appeal that Angel hasn't fully tapped into yet. Sure, she's raw, but her upside is undeniable. Put her side by side with Reese, and the difference is crystal clear. Where Camila shows potential, Angel shows resistance. Look, Angel hustles and rebounds like it's personal, but when you break down her game, that's where the highlight reel stops. Her offense is clunky, footwork a step behind, mechanics too slow. She doesn't just need a shooting coach, she needs a complete game overhaul.
These will never post up again, but Marsh understands if the Sky want to build an effective offense, they need to start building out space in the half court. I don't hate that, to be honest with you.
The Sky aren't playing villains, they're future-proofing their franchise. Camila Cardoso is a bankable star in the making, while Angel Reese risks becoming yesterday's headline, the player who refused to pivot as the league moved on without her. The front office sees the writing on the wall and they're acting before it's too late. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the player who actually adjusts, evolves, and delivers, is out here elevating the whole league without the drama. She's outscoring, outpassing, and out-hustling everyone, all while staying cool. Reese's reaction? The exact opposite. All drama, no delivery. The WNBA is shifting fast. The Chicago Sky want versatility and upside. Angel Reese can either catch up or get left behind, and from where we stand, it looks like she's choosing the latter.
In an offense where her primary goal was to post up, she made just 39.1% of her field goal attempts. And we know from 5 foot in, she was the most inefficient field goal percentage shooter.
Angel Reese made her name on grit, hustle, and dominating the glass, but in today's WNBA, that's no longer enough to anchor a team. Opposing defenses have cracked the code, clog the paint, dare her to shoot, and watch the offense stall. With defenders sagging off her mid-range game, her biggest strengths start to feel like limitations. Meanwhile, Camila Cardoso brings the offensive versatility coaches dream about. She has a softer touch around the rim, better spacing skills, and untapped upside that's hard to ignore. This shift isn't about favoritism, it's about evolution.
You may also be fully aware that a massive hole in Angel Reese's game is the fact that she will catch a rebound and then proceed to put up 4 shots to make 1. Again, all the while, people around the perimeter were sitting back going, I'm open, throw me the ball so I can shoot an open 3. Nah, that ball's never coming back out. That's where the ball goes to die.
There's no denying Reese is a force when it comes to brand power. Her jersey sales are off the charts. Her Instagram following rivals pop stars. And she's a certified media sensation. But let's keep it real. WNBA games aren't decided by likes or retweets. They're won by players who perform on the hardwood. And lately, Ree hasn't delivered the consistency to match her spotlight. That gap between hype and production, it's starting to show.
I won't lie to you. I actually feel a little bit better about her standing back further away from the basket, shooting jumpers. I do, actually. Now that I've seen how bad her inside game is, it's still going to be interesting because her claim to fame is what? Double-doubles.
The fact that Angel still hasn't reported to training camp after the coaching changes speaks louder than any press conference ever could. Most players would see a role change as a challenge, a signal to step up, expand, and grow. But Angel? Instead of embracing the new role, she's acting like her basketball identity is being stolen. Being asked to step outside the paint and take some jumpers isn't sabotage, it's a reality check. The coaching staff is basically saying, if you want to be elite, you have to be complete. And right now, she's fighting that message instead of rising to it. Let's be blunt, this isn't a vendetta. It's an opportunity in disguise, but Ree can't seem to see it that way. Her 39.1% shooting clip says it all for someone who thrives in the post. That number is shockingly low. So why is it unreasonable for the Sky to ask her to diversify in a league that increasingly values spacing and multidimensional talent? Sticking to a one-note style isn't bold. It's a blueprint for becoming obsolete.
But if she's already away from the basket, maybe that will force the hand. And again, Camila shoots much better from the field, much higher percentage, close to the basket.
Tyler Marsh, the rookie head coach tasked with lifting this team, is making a bold move. And maybe bold is exactly what this franchise needs. His decision to rethink Reese's role isn't about taking something away from her. It's about pushing the whole team forward. The Sky don't need just a celebrity under the rim. They need someone who can score, defend, and stretch the floor. Reese's refusal to adjust might say more about her ceiling than any stat ever could. That said, the online reaction has been pure chaos. Reese fans have set social media on fire, convinced this is a calculated plan to dismantle her legacy and boost Cardoso. Conspiracy theories are exploding by the minute, and comment sections are flooded with furious accusations of betrayal, favoritism, and injustice. People are even calling for trades, wanting Angel moved to a franchise that gets her greatness. It's a full-blown meltdown. Yet, in the bigger picture of sports, this kind of role shift isn't all that unusual.
Apparently, we got to talk about the conspiracy. The conspiracy surrounding Camila Cardoso. That the only reason why Camila Cardoso is, I'm pretty sure the only reason she's on the Sky, it seems, is to diminish Angel Reese. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to struggle to find the logic.
So, what's really setting off the alarm bells? It's simple. The silence from Ree herself. Her absence from training camp has only fueled the speculation. Fans see it as proof that she feels blindsided and unsupported. And honestly, who wouldn't be rattled if their boss told them to abandon the thing they do best? Still, most elite athletes use moments like this as motivation. not as an excuse to retreat.
Like, everything is like you're already hearing them come out there and saying that she should request a trade because they've said Camilla is their number one option. But let's be real. Let's be real.
Now there's a growing chorus telling Angel to pack her bags and find a new home. "They don't deserve you, Angel," one user wrote. "Demand a trade. Get out of Chicago." It's the kind of narrative that thrives on social media, where nuance takes a backseat to drama. But here's what these fans aren't saying. Reese built her brand on those juicy double-doubles. If she's forced to play further from the hoop, she's not pulling down 15 rebounds a night. She's not getting those easy putbacks. And that means her stat line, the very thing that fueled her rise, takes a massive hit. This goes way beyond X's and O's. It's about power dynamics and the unspoken rules of player development in the WNBA. The Sky want to turn Ree into a modern stretch forward, someone who can pop off cuts and nail mid-range jumpers. But is that shift truly in Angel's best interest? Or is it the front office prioritizing system over star? This situation is pulling back the curtain on what it really looks like when a franchise decides to reshape a player midstream.
In all of this, like, I genuinely stand by the fact that, like, there are people, so many WNBA fans do not watch basketball. Do not watch basketball. And it's actually crazy seeing takes from people that literally, I can guarantee you, do not watch the sport, be amplified. Like, genuinely.
Whether Angel embraces this change or demands a new chapter, one thing's clear. Her situation shines a spotlight on how the league really operates behind closed doors. This isn't just about one athlete moving to a different spot on the floor. It's about how teams mold talent, balance media buzz with true on-court value, and how fast a rising star can be redirected. So, what should Reese do next? Does she dig in, adapt, and prove she's more than just a rebounding machine? Or does she cash in on her influence and start fresh somewhere else? Either way, how she responds will shape not only her future but the bigger conversation about player autonomy in the WNBA. Is this the end of Ree? Let us know down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen and we'll see you in the next one.